What is going on, guys? Welcome to the first day of the Great Cycle Challenge. It's a gloomy day out. It's not exactly the best weather. I was going to do some modifications to the bike to reduce weight, and I kind of never did. Just want to take as much shit out of here that I don't need. Especially like baits. I don't need baits. We're not doing any fishing today. Strictly riding. Alright, that's empty. I gotta go back in the house. Shit. Gotta go grab some water because I want to get as many kilometers done as possible today. Originally I was going to aim for 100, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Key reason being that, well, I kind of started late. I'm just going to put this shit here because we don't need a fork and knife. We're not going to be using snacks on the road. Yeah, I kind of woke up and I was like, oh, my Fitbit was about to die. And I'm like, well, I kind of need that. I prioritize my Fitbit over everything. Anyway, let me go in the house and grab some water for this rip. You know what? Let's just get the bike out of here. Oh, you know what? Let's do one even better. Let's get the old cell phone here going. Turn on Strava. We're logged in as me, right? Because new phone, who dis? If I hit record and I hit start. Now the big question is will this phone fit in this case? And the answer is, holy shit, she's tight. Okay. It's in there. Tight. It's in there. Alright, so just make sure I don't have any fishing hooks or anything in these tires, because, well, that'd be awesome. Get halfway down the road and then boom, blow a tire. Have to drag the fat bike back because I wasn't careful lure making. I think I have a spare compliance muzzle on me in case I need to stop for groceries or something. Where did I put my keys? Did I put them on this side? Yeah, I got a spare compliance muzzle on me. Okay, oh, they're right there. Alright, perfect. Alright, let's go grab some water and then we'll saddle up and go. So yeah, originally my plan was to try and get 100 kilometers done today. But you know what? That won't be too bad. This won't be too bad. We will be okay. So I'm gonna grab, actually I'm gonna grab this one here because it's bigger, and this one here. So we have 2 jugs of water, plenty to go around. Current time is about 12:30ish. I figure we go out there, we ride till about 5, 6. Get as many kilometers in as possible. Rinse and repeat tomorrow. See where we sit and decide how we're going to handle the rest. I know next weekend I'm busy. Next Saturday anyway. I have a frig cancer party, if you will, to go to. You know what? I just remembered. I wanted to grab that honey too. So let's go do that. Purposely bought honey for this trip in case I get a glycogen drop. Straight up motherfucking honey, boys. This is a strat that I use in the gym. You just pop it and chug it. Well, you don't chug the whole thing because you'll puke everywhere, but I'm gonna go ahead and remove the protective seal here because you never know. Oh, that's good honey. That is really good honey. Learned this strat from a bodybuilder who does it on the cheap. You know, some people will buy like all sorts of supplements and stuff, and this guy literally will buy nothing except for regular over-the-counter stuff to get the job done. All right, let me just do another tire check here. How are we doing in the back? We're good. How are we doing in the front? We're good. Just want to make sure this thing's recording. I gotta go back in the garage. Gotta grab the external battery, the GoPro, and then we'll hit the road. Let's go. I feel way better today after doing all those leg workouts. It's really starting to pay off now. I've been doing some research on You know, like these Fitbits, they're great. But when you're working out, they jump between two modes, fat burn and cardio, depending on where your heart rate's. And I always wondered about that. Like, in theory, your body can't burn fat if you have carbs because it won't want to, right? That's the logic anyway, is your body has carbohydrates, it's going to spike insulin, burn through those reserves before it'll switch back over to fat burn. However, there was a new study that I read in one of those stupid papers of clinical health things stating that you can actually burn fat while you still have carbohydrates. And the technique, like for instance, if you're just out doing a leisurely walk, like these people up here, or you're doing something where you're not breathing heavy. Like right now, I got a pretty heavy breath, so I'm burning through glycogen because I need that fast energy recovery, and fat is not that fast. I'm also gonna have to get on the road here because these people are taking up the whole sidewalk, which is acceptable because it is a sidewalk, not a side bike. What the paper was saying is, if you can maintain a steady pace and breathe normally, your body will opt to burn fat over burning sugar or glucose. So I thought that was kind of neat. And that's what I kind of wanted to do today, was try and keep my heart rate in the fat burn zone. But it's really hard to control yourself in that aspect when you're riding a 65-pound fat bike and there's hills everywhere, and sometimes you got to push yourself. But we'll see what we do, because I'm still at 18.4% body fat, and I do want to get that down to 15 because I'd like to get rid of the gut and see what I look like with abs, because kind of a show off like that. Not really, but I've never had abs before. I've never seen what they look like on me, so it'd be kind of nice to try and pull that off. It's good to have goals more or less based on physical appearance. Like I said, I have no idea where I'm going. I'm just going. I won't be meeting up with Sarah today, that's for sure, because she's got to be on red alert in case her friend goes into labor. She still hasn't had the baby. Well, by the time this comes out, she more than likely did have the baby, but as of Sunday, August 1st, she hasn't had the baby yet. Still no update on that. She never texted me overnight, so I'm assuming they never went to the hospital. Unless they did, and she had the baby, and the excitement was just so overwhelming that she never got back to me. It is what it is. Guy back there riding one of those gasbike.net setups, and I honestly thought about getting one for this. Now the problem is you do need a restricted M class to legally ride it, because then your bike becomes a moped. I had a kit back in the day, back in the Skivinz days. It was like 156 bucks for a 66cc engine, gas tank, all the hardware, like the twist throttle and all that fun stuff. It literally came with a full kit. It was like 160 bucks US, I think it was. And I bought it with intentions of finding a bike to put it on, but it literally sat in the attic of the garage forever. And I was like, oh, I'm never gonna get a bike for this thing. I'm just gonna get rid of it. And then I got rid of it in 2016. Then 2018, I bought a bike. So maybe I probably kind of sort of should have hung on to it, because I wanted to put a gas engine on this thing. I'd have to rebuy the kit. But I think if I bought the kit again, I wouldn't buy the one I bought, because the one I bought came with the clutch, and you can pay a little bit more and get the torque converter, and the torque converter add-on gives it way more top end. But we already know that based on how the mini bikes work. But I thought about it. Like I said, I also thought, like, if I ever get a bike like what Sarah has, a mountain bike with a reasonable weight, smaller tires, all that fun stuff, for like 300 bucks, I think it is, on Amazon. They have two different kits for this fat bike. One's a front wheel drive electric, and the other one is a pedal assist electric. I personally think I would go with the pedal assist, just because it would make life a lot nicer. And that way there, when I'm going up hills, it would sense the struggle and just power engage. The front wheel drive, where it's like you literally engage it as you need it, or just use it all the time until it's dead and then pedal around town. Please don't run me over, thank you. I don't know, what do you guys think about that, converting this thing here into an electric mule? I think it'd be kind of neat, but some people might not think so. Let me know in the comments down below. So we took a long way to the Cape Paceway, but that's okay. Man, that lake looks so calm right now. Maybe a perfect day to sail spoons. Catch a big dirty pike for breakfast. All we had for breakfast was that pre-workout shake, my homemade kind. Like I said, I've been doing a lot of research on supplements and stuff, and realizing that 90% of the supplements on the market nowadays basically waste of things to buy. Like, all I literally buy now is just creatine and protein, and I love my ashwagandha root because let me tell you, that just gives you tons of jam. And if you're suffering from depression, guys, go get some ashwagandha root. Yes, it tastes like how a barn smells, but I'm telling you right now, mix it into a shake, drive it in your face, and just get out there. You'll start feeling like less depressed the moment you take it. It's so crazy. And it's got other awesome features too, like hormone balancing. So if you're into drinking lots of beer, your estrogen's probably through the roof. So it'll balance your estrogen out and give you more testosterone. And basically, it won't give you more, it'll just bring you back to where you should be, which will make you feel better and less depressed. Because when you have a hormonal disbalance and it's caused by estrogen, well, you're just gonna feel like ass poop all day long, and you're gonna hate yourself. Trust me, I know. 2016, 2017 was a shit year. But yeah, that's all I did was creatine, protein, some cocoa powder, some ashwagandha root, and 50 grams of blueberries. And man, I feel fan-damn-tastic this morning. Oh, beauty, the sun's finally out. What a great day for a bike ride. Like riding by the ship plant. Apparently though, I was told if you walk out on these rocks and you cast out, you're gonna get a lot of fish. So, because the ship plant discharges right there, and the water coming out of it doesn't contain shit, it's clean water. But it's super warm and the fish like it. So I was told in the winter, if you go ice fishing there, well, you can't go right there because it's so warm that the ice doesn't freeze. But if you go around that location, you can usually catch some pretty big perch. Because like I say, they like to be there because the bait fish like to be there and water's warm. Win, win, win. I had the camera off, but I just drove by somebody who saw the jersey. They're like, oh, I'm doing it too. I'm doing the cycle too. It's great to see people supporting a good cause, you know? Because let's face it, I'm an old codger. Not really, but kind of sort of. I'm freaking 42. And like, I lived a long life. And these kids are like super freaking young. And what do they got to look forward to, right? Like if I could just walk in there and pull the cancer from them and stuff and just let them live out a life, I'd do it in a heartbeat, you know? I already did everything I'm gonna do with this life. Definitely more I can do, but it'd be nice to give them little ones a fighting chance, because you never know. One of them could be the next Elon Musk. Maybe invent food replicators like on Star Trek. You never freaking know. What the heck is this nonsense? What's really going on here? But there is no lockdown. What are they even? Oh, sorry. We're going to be going back into lockdown in the fall. They're going to use that Delta variant against us. Just wait. I would go over there and talk to them, but I don't think we should put that on YouTube. We'll just let the protesters protest. But one thing I'm going to put on YouTube is this. Remember last year coming through here, I would just honk at the geese? What do we have? We have one seagull. Where are all the geese? America, did you guys eat all our geese? If you did, were they tasty? Because I've always wondered if geese were a good eating bird. Let me know in the comments below. This first and last November was warmer than this. This is whack. Straight up stupid. It's been like last night, I actually had to turn off the fan in my bedroom because I was so cold. Under the comforter, I was cold. That's ridiculous for July 31st. What the hell? Zero freaking sense being made. I don't know, how's the weather in your parts of the world? I know they were complaining out east in Alberta, or west, sorry, out west in Alberta, that it was a freaking heat wave So I question if their heat wave is pushing cold front down on Ontario or something, because I'm telling you, these past couple days, like, it's supposed to go up to 23C today, but you know, we'll see if that even happens. We'll see. I doubt it's gonna happen. It's probably gonna be freaking super swampy all day. Good thing this Jersey thing of the Great Cycle Challenge, she breathes really good, and I appreciate that. You know what's weird though? I haven't come across any jerseys yet. You go back and you watch last year's run, which was cool because last year I did the Corbeil run as my first rip on the Great Cycle Challenge, and that's when I found the monument and my grandparents' names on it. I shared the video on YouTube, or on Facebook, sorry, because I took an Instagram snap, and yeah, I shared that. That was pretty awesome. Come across that out there. But last year, that's what happened, is I did the Corbeil run, and we did 65 kilometers on our first roll. I thought I was going to get more than that, but turns out Corbeil isn't that big of a deal. I had no idea where I was. Oh yeah, but last year though, I saw jerseys everywhere. Like, this year I found it was harder to get donations, and I think it's because more people were financially stressed due to CERB no longer being a thing, EI coming to an end for a lot of people, a lot of my friends too. So with cash being so tight, it was really hard to get sponsors for the rip, and I get it. Like last year, July 31st, the Great Cycle Challenge posted that we were at $8 million raised, and this year they just posted the other day on the 31st that we only raised $3 million. No, not that we only raised $3 million, we raised $3 million. That's a $5 million difference. Like, I thought it was hard getting donations this year. I had to dig deep. I had to pull out all stops. I literally waited till payday and then harassed everybody at work and managed to get some like 10, 20, 30. And my one manager dropped a big 50 on me, which was friggin' awesome. So, but yeah, I literally had to go all stops. But like Sarah last year, I think she raised more than I did. I think I raised $1,000, $1,005. Somebody donated 35 bucks. And yeah, 1,005. But she beat me last year. I think she raised like $1,100 or something like that. And she got to her goal way before I did. Which I was like, okay, you know what? Now I feel like competition. I'm not a competitive guy, but sometimes to reach goals, I will get competitive, even though it doesn't really affect me any. But this year, she only managed to get $75. And then I started looking at the North Bay chapter, and I'm number 4 in donations. That's crazy. Guys, I will admit, I do love biker shorts on women. Holy crap. Damn, son. Damn, son. But anyway, back on target. This year was a pain to get donations. And yeah, but, you know, I'm just happy I hit my goal. That's why I was only aiming for 500. I just wanted the jersey, to be honest, because I got last year's, which I can't find, and now I got this year's, which is cool because it's all like camo and stuff. And well, you know me, I love my real tree, but this is like camo that would get you seen. This is the kind of camo you wear in a Nerf arena. So I decided we're gonna do the calendar run. I usually like a destination. I was gonna go swing by Sarah's and see how she's doing, but you know what? I'll let her be and do baby stuff. I'll wait till after her friend's kid is born And then if she has free time, we can hang. If not, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I figured might as well go ahead and do the ripped calendar and back. Man, this headwind is crazy though. You can really feel it. It's super crazy. I guess they're building more subdivisions over there. We do need more housing, but we need cheaper housing. And that's the thing is, we keep building these houses, but they're like $600,000-$700,000 houses. Nobody can afford them, so they just sit there and nobody buys them. Or they do buy them on like a 35-year mortgage, then default in the damn thing 10 years down the road. Away she goes. No exit. However, I'm on a bike and there's always an exit on a bike. Yeah, we'll come down here, take the bike trail down the lakeshore, scoot across, onward to Calendar. See how many snakes we come across on Snake Trail. We're gonna start calling it that. Garter Snake Pass, Water Snake Way. You know, see so many of them back there, it's ridiculous because you're literally biking through the bush. Oh, we can also see how our gnome buddies are doing. There's the gnome tree right here. I always thought of, like, maybe what I might do is make one of my lures, and just stick it on the tree. Contribute to it. That could be kind of fun, right? Make a special lure just for the tree. Maybe a spoon or something wooden. That could be kind of fun. Bike down here and tag it on the tree, on the gnome tree. Let me know. Is that a good idea? Comments, boys, comments. Let's go. Coming up on Water Snake Way. I think it's too cold for these guys to come out of the water anyway. Like, I haven't seen any garters anywhere, which is kind of weird because on cold days when the sun's out, this asphalt can get pretty freaking steamy. You would think they'd want to come out and sunbathe. Well, you'd think they'd want to, but maybe not. I'm not a snake. I don't know how they work. Just got called one once. That's okay. We got better. Like, honestly right now, guys, this weather, this feels like fall. Like, I feel like I'm at the end of September. Fishing officially sucks right now because it's so damn cold and the fish are all being stupid. We're about to go into that lull season of 2 months no fishing and no nothing, no biking, no fishing, just strictly weightlifting. I wonder what this winter is going to be like. I know. So let's get through August and September and October first, right? But no, like, last winter was pretty weak. We didn't get a lot of snow. Didn't really get that cold. Most worst it got was -22, and even then I was out ice fishing in it. I wonder what this year is going to bring. If we're going to get some serious cold, or if it's just going to be blah again. Should be a lot nicer in my house now that I actually have a roof that's insulated. I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't know if I'm going to do as much ice fishing this year as I did last year. Like, ice fishing was okay last year, but it is a lot of bullshit to go through just to catch one perch. If I go out, it's because, you know, I'm bored and I got nothing better to do, so let's go give her a dangle. I just hope the mice, I took your guys' advice. I put some bounce sheets in my little ice shack thing, keep the mice out of there. Hoping that works, because I really don't want to have to buy a new shelter this year. I went through 3 shelters last year. I went through the Clam, the Freebill tent, and then the HT. I still have the HT. The other 2, the tent went back, and then the Clam. My buddy gave me that. I asked him if he wanted it back. He said no, and I sold it for $100. And then I used what was it, 150? I can't remember what I sold it for. Either 100 or 150. Anyway, I got rid of it. And then my buddy let me borrow his HT. I liked it, so I just bought it off of him. What I'd really like is one of those kind of flop overs. I think they're called Clam style, where you pull it out on the sled, get to your location, rip your holes, then you just kind of like throw it over yourself, then you fish. That'd be ideal, but I don't know if I could just hook that up to a rope and drag it out myself on the ice. I do know that I got a lot of steps in last year and a lot of calorie burns walking way out on the ice and then walking back after fishing. But it's kind of crazy when you're out there, because when you're walking back and it's dark, you don't exactly know when you get to shore where exactly you need to be. So that's another thing. Thank God for modern technology and GPSs. Just hit calendar and we're on our way back. Not back home. We're only 17 kilometers in. I definitely want to do at least 60 today, if not more. Now these clouds above me are looking pretty ominous. If it rains, not too worried. GoPro's waterproof. Everyday case is waterproof. Pretty sure the S20 is waterproof, or at least resistant. So I'm not too worried about it. If I get wet, I get wet. It'd be refreshing if anything. Like, you can still see sun on the ground, so but those clouds are moving in. At least now I'm biking in with the wind on my back, so that'll give me a little bit more peanut butter and jam. Like, I might just go back to the waterfront and just boot scoot around the friggin' Cape Paceway there and collect kilometers. That's what I did last year, and that was a good strat. Remember, I used to get off work at 5 o'clock, go down there till 9, just scoot around, get like 60 kilometers a night. Yeah, I like that idea. That's probably what we're gonna do. Let's go rip around there for a bit, collect some KMs, go home, eat some chicken, or we might scoot by Food Basics, because I do have my lock and I do have a compliance muzzle on this bike. Maybe we'll go with Food Basic, see if we can score something with some fat in it, like steak or pork chops or something just super awesome. I don't know, right now I'm not even hungry. I'm just having too much fun on this bike because exercise. I said after going to Roots, a good way to release your depression. So is lifting and cardio, boys. Feeling depressed? Stand up, march on the spot for about 10 minutes. You'll notice your depression goes away. It's pretty sweet. All right, we just finished Snake Way. No snakes, best way to be. I'm telling you right now, hate those damn things. Don't want to kill them, just don't want to see them. Doesn't make sense how something without legs can move that fast. That's ridiculous. I mentioned before that on this channel, I wasn't gonna get too personal, try and keep things semi-professional. There's an old Toyota, that's a friggin', I guess dilapidated, but I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Anyway, so when I was coming back out of Snake Trail, or Snake Way, what did we say we were gonna call it? I think Snake Way, right? Anyway, when I was coming back out of it, there was I keep forgetting I'm wearing a bulletin board right now. I got my Great Cycle jersey on. Literally this thing here announces to the world that I'm running a charity. So a lady yells out and she's like, "Hey sir, stop." So I stopped. I thought maybe I dropped something off the bike and she was trying to get my attention. So I stopped and I said, I'm like, "Oh, what's up?" And she's like, "What's your jersey for?" I was like, "Oh, I'm doing a charity run." And I explained the whole situation for Sick Kids Hospital to help them basically fund the gear and equipment and medicines and all that to help fight kids' cancer. And so I told her, I said, today's day one of the ride and I'm literally riding 500 kilometers in search for $500. So I basically explained to her what's going on, and she's like, "Oh, how do I donate?" So I had to get my phone out and open the Great Cycle app, and then basically got her on board with the QR code on her phone. And she's like, "Awesome." She's like, "This is a very worthy cause. Like, I'm glad that some people are out there doing this." And I said, "Oh yeah, I already ran across a couple people at the waterfront who saw the jersey and shouted at me and told me that they're also riding." She's like, "Wow." She goes, that's great." And then she's like, "I know this is kind of forward." And I'm like thinking, okay. And she goes, "Is there any chance I could have your phone number? Is there any chance I could have your phone number?" She said. So I was like, hard no, 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 I wasn't like that. I was like, I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So I gave her my number, and she's like, "That's very sweet of you to do this whole ride, blah, blah, blah," and so on and so forth. So that was kind of a personal event that I normally wouldn't share in the vlog, but I thought, you know what, it's kind of funny that happened. Who knows? She'll probably never call me. She asked me about the GoPro, and I was like, "Oh, I just wear it in case somebody hits me in a car, like, you know how you have your dash cams on cars." She's like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, this is my dash cam on my bike, so if somebody's texting while driving and they smash me out, it's not a big deal. I got it on video." And she's like, "Well, it is kind of a big deal because unlike in a car, you have no protection." I said, "Oh yeah, I'll get messed up, but at least there'll be video footage of it. Somebody can put that on YouTube and make some money." And she just kind of laughed. So, well, at least she has a dark sense of humor, so that's kind of cool. Either that or she laughed because she's like, "This guy's got a dark sense of humor," and kind of ridiculous. But she did ask me for my number after all that, so I don't know. I'm not low expectations, boys. Live your life with low expectations, and guess what? You can never be let down. Take that to the motherfucking bank, let that marinate. I just stopped by Joss's house to see if she was awake, but I keep forgetting. She stays up till I wake up, if you will. If she doesn't have to work the following day, yeah, she pulls an all-nighter and does Joss things. So I just took a picture of her house with my face in it saying, "Hey, I'm outside your house." Totally stalking the shit out of her. She'll be like, "Dang it, I was sleeping," and stuff. Or she doesn't have her phone on her. That happens too, you know, you leave your phone on the kitchen table and you go take a dump and then you miss texts. I waited there for a bit though, see if I can get a message out of her. Man, my legs feel so good today. Like I could bike all night, and I have the light to do it too. So but right now I'm gonna go meet up with Sarah. She's actually out biking. I didn't think she would be because kind of has to be on red alert for her friend, but whatever. That's hers, not mine. So let's go see if we can find her and what's going on. Kapow and things. All right, guys. Basically met up with Sarah, went up for a rip, chatted for a bit. Didn't really want to put any of that talk on the video. That's why you don't see her in the video. We just went out, went and did the waterfront a couple times, and then just came back from Cranberry Trail. I think I'm sitting about 60 kilometers in already. 40 more to go, and we can get 100 done today. And currently the time is 4:30 p.m. At 15 kilometers an hour. It would take me until close to 8 o'clock to get it done. So that's because I started late. But we're already 1/10 of the way there on day one. I think that's pretty good. Stop sign up here. We'll check to see how many miles we're in. It's got to be close to 60, like if not over. Got a text message from my buddy. He was like, hey man, like I was supposed to go out to his house yesterday because they're doing stuff for a long weekend, but then he told me I couldn't go because I'm not vaccinated. But then he's telling me today I can go to his house. So like I never planned to go out there, so I don't know what the hell is going on. I do want to try and get as many kilometers done as possible. Like look at this beautiful weather. It was supposed to rain this earlier in the week. They were calling for rain. Look at this, we got sun, we got like shadows from trees, and crickets are flying into my knuckles, and there's not an ominous cloud. Well, there's ominous clouds in the sky, but they're not pissing, so I appreciate it. We'll go to the stop sign here, we'll crack the phone out, see where we're sitting on the kilometers per hour. I'm a little bit reduced on my kmph. I was doing 18 kilometers per hour, but then when I hooked up with Sarah, I had to reduce my pace to keep up with her. And that basically killed it and brought me down to 14. But let's see where we're at now. So we did 60 kilometers and we're moving at 15.6. And literally, if I zoom this all the way out, I don't know why it's not drawing everything, or is it? That's not my house. I don't know what the hell is going on. This thing's not drawing right, or maybe it's stopping between the pauses. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and carry on, my wayward son, for there will be peace when this ride is done. Mainly my legs falling in a million pieces. That is quite the freaking headwind, boys. Quite the freaking headwind. I'm just cruising along, taking her easy, enjoying life, collecting kilometers, hoping not to hit this kid. Please pay attention when you're driving. Yeah, apparently the boat rental place down here now rents out paddleboard, like those stand-up paddle boards. Always wanted to try that. I have a feeling though that if I did, I would just eat shit like non-stop. Could be a fun video. Definitely would have to put the GoPro in waterproof mode for that. Could be fun. Oh, I had to stop for a pee break. Friggin' dead vulture over here. He had a better day. Today was not that day. He got wrecked. Anyway. I think last year on this, when I was doing this bike run, I came back here and took a piss. It's a pretty good spot, it's quiet. Nobody to look at your noodle while you're releasing fury. Anyway, we're at 71 kilometers now. Oh man, these things are on fire. I'm so happy I brought the honey with me, boys. I could really go for some substance though. Like, I could go for a chicken. Not chicken, a chicken. Like a full rotisserie cooked. Gonna cannibalize it in my face chicken. Yup. So I just stopped there, had a drink of water, and a shot of honey. And there's a guy and he goes, what the heck are you eating? And I'm like, honey. And he's like, oh, why? So I explained to him that it's the best way to replenish your glycogen stores when you've burnt them up doing aggressive riding. It's like you take it in and within like 2-3 minutes it already gets sent to where it needs to be. Honey and syrup, two of the best glycogen replenishing things you can chug and enjoy. Taste preference obvious, but anyway. And he goes, oh, he goes, you're another one of those riding in that charity run for sick kids. And I said, yeah, because like, I got the jersey on, right? And he's like, how many kilometers are you at so far? I told him 80. He's like, you did 80 kilometers on that bike wearing jeans. How the hell did you do it? And I just told him, I pedaled. I thought about like, oh, you know, 70 kilometers, that's good enough. I'm gonna go home and stuff. No, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get our 100 kilometers in one day. It's something I wanted to do last year. We're so damn close now. We're gonna friggin' do it. Let's go. I'm gonna get my kilometers. Yeah, I literally went all the way back down to Marshall just so I could ride this trail again. I took the back roads and then, yeah, I was doing the waterfront a bunch, but I was getting bored. I wanted to change the scenery. I got one. It'd be a perfect night to go fishing if my legs weren't shot. There's no way I could stand on the rock and cast. I have a feeling when I get home, I'm gonna sit down and everything's gonna Charlie horse the waist down. It's gonna be great, guys. Looks like I'm going back the way I came. Friggin' the meth heads are coming out right now. Sun's going down and it usually brings out the best in the world. So I definitely want to get the frig out of this area of town. I don't know, I got 4.5 kilometers to go to hit the 100 mark. And I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to do that. I know if I take this route here, it's not going to be the way. However, I have an idea. If we go over that bridge, we might be able to do it. My legs are killing me. There's a little bike trail here somewhere. There it is. I think it's open. I think we're going to take that, which will take us down by that bridge with that steep hill and over by O'Brien Street. This might be a good idea. I checked when I was at the lights. We were at 98 kilometers on the day. We're gonna do it. 1/5 of the challenge is over. So glad today turned out the way it did though. Just let me tell you, it was supposed to be not nice. Ooh, somebody's barbecuing with charcoal. You can smell it. It smells awesome. I'm so hungry. Right now I'm literally just taking as many weird streets to try and guarantee that I get my 100, because if I get home and it says like 99.2, damn Skippy, I'm jumping back on the bike and I'm going around the block. 99.2 is not 100 kilometers. We're gonna do 100. We're gonna do it. Home stretch, baby. Home freaking stretch and things. My goodness, tonight I guarantee you I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning with no feeling from the throat down. It's gonna be legendary. This is officially the longest bike ride I've ever done. I've been at it for, well, I checked, it was 6 hours. According to my watch, I'm 4,353 calories burnt, and it's 7:44. It's almost 8 o'clock at night. I think I left at around 12:30. Jesus, I wonder why I'm dying. Somebody was rude and kicked over the friggin' plants for sale sign. That was dickish of them. Oh, sweet, free barbecue. Oh, good yeah. Home sweet home, people. All right, get off the bike. Let's see if we're getting back on the bike. This doesn't say 100 clicks. I quit. No, I don't. Boom. Wrong one. Where the heck is my 102.87 kilometers, 6 hours and 30 minutes. I'm taking it. I don't know what the hell that noise is. All right. 102 kilometers. Holy shit, guys, I can't feel my legs. Like, I really am done. Like, I don't even know how the hell I'm gonna go out there tomorrow and bike. I did it way too hard today. And Jocelyn and them want me to go to my buddy Jean's house, but I have a feeling if I sit in the truck and try and operate the gas pedal, I'm gonna have a cramp and end up flooring it. And I don't know how that works out. All right, how much power do we have in this? This thing's still showing full. Cool. cool. That's exciting. All right, let's go ahead. Keep this thing charged up to full. Oh man, I need a drink. Maybe a masseuse. Oh yeah, definitely a masseuse. I could definitely, oh my goodness, that would be so legendary right now. How much honey did we consume on that rip? We did 4,300 calories, right? Yeah, 4,300 calories, and we consumed just a little under half. This was clutch, I kid you not. Holy crap, guys. The honey saved the day. I just wish I had more water with me. But I've always wanted to do a 100 kilometer run. Wanted to do it last year, never did it for obvious reasons. Did it this year. Feel great about it. No better way to start off the challenge than getting 1/5 of it done on the first freaking day. If I can bank 50 kilometers tomorrow, that means all I need is 350 more kilometers and I'm done. I could have this whole challenge wrapped up before next weekend, before I go to my uncle's frig cancer party. That's not what it's called. It's actually another word that we can't say on YouTube. But I could have this all wrapped up before then. And you know what? No promises, but that's kind of what I want to do. So we lucked out today. Originally it was going to be overcast and miserable. Things got beautiful. So you know what? We lucked out. So anyway, people, on that note, I'm going to shut her down here. I got to go in the house, let the dog out. He's been in there for a while and he hasn't pooped since 11. Well, no, yeah, I would say probably since about 12, a half an hour prior to me leaving. So he's probably really got a rip of shit, and I need to get some protein on these legs, let them regenerate, get some food in my belly so I can digestinate, all that fun stuff. So guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, click that like button. Any questions, comments, concerns, down below they go. And remember guys, fish, lift, and cycle harder than you did the last time. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.